So here we go. Both fighters staring each other down. Again, the middleweight title is on the line. And the fight is underway. Oh my goodness. Please let something big happen. And here we go with the normal stance from Sean Strickland. He's going to be flat-footed. He's going to be throwing jabs. He's going to be throwing lead leg kicks. And he's going to try to get Dricus out of his game. And not many people have figured out Sean Strickland yet, so it's definitely a question mark at this point in time. And the crowd way behind Strickland. Chants of "Let's go Strickland" echo through the arena there. 4:20 left in the round. And already Sean Strickland seems like he's in decent control in the center of the octagon. It's going to be up to Du Plessis to figure it out. Du Plessis stands lower. So it looks as though Sean Strickland's taller, but he just stands straight up. And Sean Strickland is just so good with defense while providing offense that he just keeps his hands down. He doesn't even cover himself up. But it's very difficult to get inside. Yeah, and already, just as we've seen before, Sean Strickland is completely slowed down Dricus so far. So we're approaching the 2-minute mark, and Du Plessis has 3. Normally, he'd have 14. So, and we'll see how this continues throughout the fight. 13-4, Sean Strickland, who looks very comfortable right now to start this fight. A nice leg kick by Du Plessis. We'll see if that can get him going. Come on, Dricus. You got to pick up the pace, man. Got to pick up the pace here. And a nice leg kick to the upper body, really, for Dricus. And you would think that Sean Strickland is 6'4" and Dricus is 5'11". That's what it looks like, just by their stances. But in fact, they're both 6'1". Now Dricus really throwing. He just can't connect. Now he switches to lefty. Something to keep an eye on. Back to righty. And so far, that switch stance hasn't bothered Sean Strickland whatsoever. He just continues to come forward like he always does. And his opponents have to backpedal and then shift left to right and then reset. Dricus shoots in for a takedown. Okay. Oh, Dricus gets the takedown. Oh, boy. Now Sean Strickland's going to try to stand back up. Very calm right now. Very calm is Sean, and he stands him back up. And now Dricus takes him back down. Okay. Dricus lets him up. Man, it just makes me crazy because it looks like Sean Strickland is just capable of being KO'd at any point, but it just, you don't see it happen. Pereira caught him, but that was because they're both fighting similar styles. All the other styles have a hard time. Oh, and a nice leg kick there by Dricus. Still 10 seconds left, and Sean Strickland's up 22-11. in significant strikes. So Sean Strickland just kind of fighting his fight right now. Lands a left and a right. And Dricus comes in with a left and a right. And both guys smile. Okay. I don't know, Dricus, man. I don't know. It's got me a little nervous right now. So again, as we discuss this throughout the night, so 5 minutes gone, he averages 7 significant strikes per minute. So he should have 35 right now. He's got 11. And that's what Sean Strickland does to his opponents. And we're seeing it happen again here. Sean's up pacing. Dricus is sitting in a stool taking some ice. Yeah, and Strickland's definitely controlling the distance. Looks very comfortable right now. And after the first round, it looks a lot like the Izzy fight. Strickland in control, just continues to move forward. And already to begin the round, he's moving forward. Flat-footed, never backs up. And Du Plessis will load up every now and then with a big right or big left. But it's almost like he's just too far away to really connect. He's just throwing it. And he's putting his head down when he does. Eventually, Sean Strickland's going to read that. Yeah, so because Sean Strickland is so good at keeping the distance, Dricus has to lean with his head down and throw punches in order to try to land. And that's not a good sign for him unless he connects. Spinning back fist for Dricus. 1 minute gone here, round 2. Come on, Dricus. Dricus nearly slips in the center of the octagon. Ooh. Some whipping jabs by Sean Strickland. This is not looking good for Dricus, man. He cannot connect. Just 20 significant strikes. 7 minutes through the fight. Strickland leads 35-20. Head strikes 26-9. That's the big one. You don't see any signs of frustration yet from Dricus, but I have a feeling you're going to start to see that in the next round. It just continues. Because I'm sure in Du Plessis' head, the fight's going much different than he thought it would be going. Come on, man. We need some action. Let's go, Dricus. Do something. Oof. Boy, like, Strickland is so hard to hit, man. Gosh. It almost looks like a boring fight. It's just the control of Sean Strickland at range, keeping his opponents at range. This is a guy in Dricus Du Plessis who's used to getting in the phone booth and swinging. But if your opponent keeps getting out of the phone booth, and by the time you throw the punch, he's already exited, and you're not connecting, that's going to get frustrating. And that's basically what's happening right now. That's why some of the best fights we've seen from Dricus are fights when his opponents like him, and they're just throwing punches. Usually goes Dricus' way. Now Dricus gets a takedown. That's 3 takedowns now for him. Sean Strickland trying to work his way up. Even though he's gotten takedowns, he hasn't been able to do anything with it, as Sean Strickland's gotten out of it pretty quickly. And it remains to be seen, but Sean Strickland could be a champion in a lot of ways like John Jones was the champ. Now, John Jones is basically undefeated, right? But in the comparison that there's going to be tough times in fights, but big-time champions and guys that hold the belt for a long time always find a way to come through. And you could very easily see that happening here for Sean Strickland. All right, so better round for Dricus in round 2. So 42-28 in significant strikes. I still think Sean Strickland led in that round, though. Du Plessis had 3 takedowns, just 50 seconds of control. So you're looking at it like, okay, Sean Strickland's getting taken down, but he's getting up within 20 seconds. You know, that's the way it is. Dricus obviously taking punches on the way in every time he's got to come in to try to connect. He's obviously having problems with that. He looked a little better in round 2, though. Sean Strickland on his feet still. He doesn't sit down. Guy's full of energy, man. And he's got some experience in a 5-round fight. That's always important. And look at Dricus' eye. Oh, my goodness. Dang. That's not good. It's like a bubble. Ooh, boy. And that's just from them straight jabs from Strickland. And it seemed like Dricus wants to stay righty more. But then those jabs are connecting on that eye. So he's going to be shifting to lefty a lot more in this round. Throws a big right, misses. A lot of people were saying 19-19 through 2. I'm not so sure. But Dricus definitely looked better in round 2. We're into the 3rd round, right? I mean, this is the round where things could change. Momentum could swing one way or the other. And it could very easily swing in Dricus' way. It's just hard to tell at this point. But we say that because can Dricus continue the momentum here from round 2 into round 3 and continue to build up some points in terms of winning rounds? Come on, Dricus, get in there. And it's just, man, like Sean Strickland doesn't even move. He's just like standing there to be hit. But you can't get in there. It makes me crazy. It just seems like he's waiting to get KO'd, but he doesn't. He moves well as the punch is coming. He's moving back. He sees it before it happens. But we are in a fight. I mean, this is definitely a fight. Not the quick finish that a lot of people want to see. And now as we extend this conversation, as we talked about this week in terms of UFC 300, I think both these guys are out, regardless of who wins. Both guys are out of UFC 300. Like, we're not going to see the middleweight title on the line. Someone comes out and gets dropped right away. The winner could fight again in 3 or 4 months, but that's not going to happen. So the UFC's got like Alex Pereira. They got Leon Edwards. And who knows what they're going to do. Because in those two divisions, you don't have that big star-studded fight. Big left miss by Dricus. And he's just swinging but not able to connect. 61-48. Strickland in significant strikes. So this round has been a little bit slow-paced. Even. I was going to say 15-15 exactly. Strickland led the first 2 rounds, dominated round 1. The last 10 minutes of this fight has been dead even. So it's not like Dricus is clearly tied on the scorecards or anything like that. I mean, Strickland could be up 2-0 too, very easily. Come on, Dricus. You need to land a big punch and swing this thing, man. Let's go. And he just swinging for the fences, like, and he's not used to going 5 rounds either. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. Come on, Dricus. And how much does it favor? I mean, it's got to favor Sean Strickland having experience going 5 rounds, being in a few fights like this now. Where Dricus not so much, right? Because you're only going 5 rounds, really, when you're fighting for the belt. So unless you fought for the belt, you're not in a 5-round fight. Maybe a main event on a fight night, possibly, but neither one really has a lot of experience. Sean Strickland a little more. Round 3 is done. They're both in their corners. Sean Strickland led rounds 2 and 3 by 1 significant strike. So if this goes to a decision, especially if these next 2 rounds are close, we're going to have no idea. Because it could be 3-0 Strickland right now, and it could be 2-1 Du Plessis. That's how different it could be on the judges' scorecards. If I had to guess, it's 2-1 Strickland. Maybe you probably got a judge or two that has him up 3-0, though. That's the problem. Dricus getting the crowd pumped up. Here we go for round 4. Under 10 minutes left in this fight. Not what I thought. I mean, I don't really know what I expected, but I expected a much faster pace from Du Plessis. I didn't think he'd have this much trouble getting inside of Sean Strickland. But I got to start realizing that everybody has trouble getting inside of Strickland. You got some people saying 2-1 Dricus, some saying 2-1 Strickland as it goes back and forth in the comments. Now Dricus tries to get into the body of Strickland. Strickland shoves him off real quick. Now Strickland's having a problem with his left eye. He keeps wiping at it. Yeah, he's having problems seeing out of his left eye. And he's got 4 minutes to deal with it before he can get back to his corner. Oh, big right by Sean. Another big right. And another big right. And I think what's happening is Sean's realizing that it obviously starting to have trouble seeing out of that left eye. So he's throwing some big punches to keep Dricus back. Oh, nice uppercut. Okay, boys, let's go. Who wants it now? Who wants it? You know, going back to the boxing days and, of course, the old days, you know, it's like you always have the belief that in order to beat the champion, you got to really beat him. If it's close, the judge is going to give the champ the round. It's not necessarily the case in the UFC, though. But when you're watching it, you're like, okay, this guy's the champ. This other guy's really got to take the belt. Like, if it's close, the champ should win. And I know that's not the right way to look at it. But I'm just saying Du Plessis has got to do something. And he's having a nice fourth round, that's for sure. But it's not dominant. It's just, oh, big right by Du Plessis. And another big right. Now both guys are wiping their eyes, man. It's starting to pick up here. Okay. Boom. Nice leg kick by Dricus. Dricus starting to connect a little bit here. Dricus starting to connect a little bit. And Sean Strickland is backing up. You don't see that too often. Dricus goes in for the takedown. Come on, man. Come on, Dricus. 5 for 7 on takedowns. That's impressive. That's impressive. 90 to 79 in significant strikes for Strickland. 101 to 81 total strikes. Head strikes 78. But now 79 to 49. So you see rounds 2 and 3 were basically even. Du Plessis up by 3 here. So the first round was all Sean Strickland. After that, it's pretty much even. That's never a good thing. Because someone's going to be upset if it goes to a decision. Ooh. All right, both guys standing again. Under a minute left here. Round 4. Both guys getting a little tired here. As sometimes they connect and there's a pause before any more punches are thrown. And Sean Strickland has had trouble with his left eye for basically the entire round. And if he gets out of this, he's going to get out of this round. But when he gets back to his corner, he's going to feel much better for round 5. Because they'll get that taken care of. Oh, a big left and a right by Sean. Here in the final 10 seconds. Now a jab. And that's it. Round 4 is done. And we're about to have a huge round 5. Huge round 5 because I don't think either guy knows who's winning the fight. I really don't. I don't think either guy is confident they're winning. Yeah, and they get Sean Strickland's eye cleared up quick. Man, that's good work. All right, so Sean Strickland's corner saying we need everything right now. Everything is on the line. Sean Strickland going backwards for the first time in round 4. And I'm beginning to believe Dricus could sneak this thing. I think he won round 4. If he can win round 5, that gives him a chance. Here we go. You see the parties in South Africa. They're all fired up. Oh, shoot, man. This is a little nerve-wracking. These poor fans have just seen nothing but the clock tick all night long. I mean, every fight's going to a decision, it seems like. Who wants it? Who wants it? Come on, Dricus, how bad you want it, man? Do you really want to fight 2 more times to get back to this fight? So as people weigh in, you got 39-37 DDP, 39-37 DDP. So everyone's giving DDP the last 2 rounds. You got some saying 2-2. So I don't know. Now the crowd turning a little bit, chanting DDP. As Strickland takes a left and a right. And it don't look like round 1. Sean Strickland starting to cover up a little bit. He's no longer controlling the center of the octagon. Because now it's Dricus coming forward. So he's definitely found a way to enter where most other fighters haven't against Sean Strickland. But is it going to be enough to get the win? I don't know yet. Too early to tell. It's still 110-88. Strickland in significant strikes, so he's starting to pull away a little bit. That's not a good sign for Dricus. It's 97-56 in head strikes. So when you look at the numbers, man, Sean Strickland is winning this fight. The problem is you had 3 rounds that were all like dead even. Dead even. And that makes it tough for a judge because you know you got 3 dead even rounds. You really give all those to one fighter? And everybody's saying this round is for the belt. I mean, everyone believes it's probably 2-2. Right? 2-2. And you're about to see these guys go out of here. 250 left in the fight. And the belt is definitely on the line here. Every second it ticks. Still up for grabs. Man, and after round 1, it just looked like, okay, Strickland's probably just going to dominate this fight. And it didn't go that way. DDP, started evening this thing up real quick in the next few rounds. Pulled away in round 4. And now it's pretty darn even in round 5, although Strickland's probably leading a little bit. Oh, big right by Sean. And another big right. Oh, man, this is close, man. Oh, my gosh. 130 left in the fight. Dricus stuffed on the takedown attempt. Yeah, this round is 26-16 Strickland. It just doesn't seem like it. What are the judges seeing? Like, it doesn't seem like it, but Sean Strickland just continues to pull away in the numbers. Now Dricus is picking it up a little bit. He's starting to get tired now. You're starting to see the gas tank fall apart. Sean Strickland is slowed down too, but he looks slow always. But DDP really opening up now. I think he knows he's got to do something big to try to get this belt, but I don't see it happening. I don't know, man. I can't even speculate on the winner of this thing. Oh, and they're swinging now. 30 seconds left. And DDP really breathing hard, man. Oh, a big right by Sean. And a left and another big right. Boy, and Sean might be doing enough here. Oh, my goodness. This is not a good look for Du Plessis in round 5. And Sean Strickland does a jump kick with 24 minutes and 45 seconds into the fight. This guy's crazy. And Sean Strickland puts his hand up. He believes he won. Dricus puts his hand up. And these guys hug it out. Sean Strickland really didn't want none of it. Dricus is sitting on top of the octagon. Both guys believe they won the fight. I don't know, man. This is probably going to take a minute because I have a feeling it's going to be split. Man, but when you look at the numbers, it's 154 to 116 Strickland in total strikes, 143, 114 in significant strikes. Head strikes 125 to 78. I mean, Dricus had 6 takedowns, but only 2 minutes of control. I mean, I don't know, man. This is where I always go back to. If there was a scoring system with points for landed punches and takedowns, Strickland would win this fight easily. But it's not like that. The rounds are everything. And if you get 2 judges that say, hey, Dricus won 3 rounds, he wins the belt. And it's as simple as that. As we get a look at the replays, both guys are going back and forth. Man. We were tested tonight, man. Going live for the big 3. Every fight's gone. I mean, we've had every second except for the final 15 of the Neil Magny Mike Mallet fight, which got finished late in the 3rd round. Gone through 10 rounds in the co-main and main event. It's crazy. Dricus Du Plessis, certainly the most credentialed, accomplished mixed martial arts. And regardless of the decision, it's going to be an exciting decision when it's announced. And new or and still. So Dricus Du Plessis came in at 20-2. Sean Strickland 28-5. If I had to make a prediction for how this is going to go, I'm going to say Sean Strickland's going to win the decision. It's about to get real. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's going to be split. 48-47 Strickland. Oh, my God. 48-47 Du Plessis. Oh, my God. 48-47. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And... No! Let's go! Let's go! Yes! Yes! Dricus just stole the belt, baby. Dricus just stole the belt. What'd I tell y'all, man? We'll take the 6-6 night with the 2-0 in the main event on the year. Let's go. Wow. Wow. Dricus Du Plessis steals the belt with a split decision. And just that drama for those last 5 seconds might have made the whole night worth it. I don't know. But Dricus stole the belt. He's 21-2. And he says, hey, I'm not fighting Hamza. So forget about it. We'll talk about that next week. But for right now, Dricus Du Plessis is pumped. He stole the belt. And Sean Strickland has fallen. Despite dominating the stats, Sean Strickland has fallen. South Africa is going crazy right now to have a middleweight champion here at UFC 297.